Oh, hello, and welcome to another episode of Blonde Moment. You all may be wondering, why am I so dapper and debonair? Can women be dapper? I'm not sure. Either way, Fashion Week is going on right now, and like some of you, many of you, pretty much almost all of you, I wasn't invited to sit front row at anybody's show or walk across anybody's runway, but you know, that's okay. I'm just gonna sit on my couch and be front row with you guys here and give you guys this blonde moment, okay? So this week the lipstick that I'm wearing is by Revlon. It is called Love That Red. You gotta love this red. It is just my favorite. It's actually the first red lipstick I ever purchased, and I just can't get enough of it. I continue to buy it. I think this might be my third tube. I haven't been wearing lipstick for very long, but I'm about to be due for a new tube soon. And I do believe it is called Revlon Super Lustrous Lipstick. And it gives me a nice sheen with it and moisturizes my lips, which of course we all love. Nobody wants crusty lips with lip color on them. That's not cute. But I just love that lipstick. It is my absolute favorite. You guys have got to check it out. And Revlon is a trusty brand, and you can find it anywhere like Walmart, Walgreens, CVS. It's not going to break the bank, and it's good quality beauty products. So check them out. This week's must-have item is the eyeshadow that I use to accent my eyes, and it is the Maybelline Color Tattoo by Eye Studio, and the color I have is Edgy Emerald. It is a 24-hour cream eyeshadow, and I love it because the cream, to me, means that it lasts a lot longer. I don't use eyeshadow primer when I use this eyeshadow because it doesn't need it, being that it's cream. It just, to me, it seems to last a lot longer. And I haven't noticed it creasing, but I've also never put it across my entire eyelid. I just use it to accent, but I love this eyeshadow. It's very cute. I actually have two must-have items this week, and the second one is my new Julep nail color. It's a jelly nail color in Blurry, Classic with a Twist. So the jelly nail colors are really unique because instead of it being like a complete opaque nail polish, which for those of you who don't know, opaque means that you can't see through it, this one has like a tint of color. And it just depends on how many coats that you use, because as you can see in the bottle here, you can't see through the bottle, but if you just want a light tint of color, then just one coat will do. Maybe if you want it to be, of course, darker, you continue to add more coats, but you don't want 15 coats of nail polish. If you want something else, you should just get a different type of nail polish. But this one is very cute. It is an adorable berry color, and I told you guys how much I'm in love with berry right now. I painted my toes before the show started, but I'm not going to show you that because it was a rush job and they are jacked. So when I do get my toes looking right, I'm going to post a picture on Instagram. So you guys make sure to follow me at Blondie's Lipstick and to check out all my other photos that I have posted there. And be sure to follow me, of course. Like my pictures. Thanks. Okay, so now it's time to get into these lips, and there is plenty to talk about this week. So Pat Houston has approved of a Whitney Houston hologram. I'm not a fan of these holograms. It just seems really creepy to me. Why can't they just rest in peace? If you weren't able to see Whitney Houston in concert when she was alive, you're not going to get the same experience with this hologram. So I mean, I guess people just really love these artists. Like when they did the one with Tupac, and there's supposed to be one for Michael Jackson and Selena. You know, I guess they just, you know, really want to experience it again. But can't we just live on with their memories? I don't know why this is a thing, because I feel like this is going to continue, and then maybe like Tidal's going to buy holograms so that way you can just have a little mini Beyonce concert. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I wouldn't mind that. Never mind, but still, with the deceased people's holograms, I'm not a fan of that. And then, would it cost the same if there was a concert? You know, if you went to a Whitney Houston concert for the hologram, would it cost the same as a Whitney Houston like when she was living concert, or like the price it would be if she was performing today? Because they may be like, oh, well, yeah, I know it's not really her, but the cost of electricity and the technology and da-da-da, you just never know how they're going to blow this up. So personally, I won't be attending any Whitney Houston concerts, hologram concerts, but if y'all do, y'all go right ahead. you know, I'm sure I'll see it all over Snapchat and Facebook and Instagram as always, because you people love to overshare, and now I don't have to go to concerts because it's right there on my phone. So social media has been full of babies and beef this week, but we're going to start off with the good news first. Congratulations to Chris Brown. He got joint custody of baby royalty. He took Nia to court. Nia Guzman, however you say her name. The trick that had 3 men that she didn't know who royalty's daddy was, and it just so happened she hit the jackpot when she got Chris Brown. Well, she was trying to say that Chris Brown needed to have supervised visitation with the baby, and she wanted $15K a month. For what? Now, I get it if you're married to the guy and you're accustomed to a certain lifestyle, so you want a certain amount of child support so that, you know, to maintain that lifestyle that he started you with, or whatever the case may be. However, y'all never lived together. Royalty is not used to any of that, and neither are you. So why do you need $15K a month for one child? What is she eating? What are you eating or buying, for that matter? Like, is this the come up now? Well, it's always been the come up to get pregnant by a rapper or singer or some type of celebrity, athlete, whatever. But the judge wasn't having that. They actually ruled in Chris's favor that he continues paying her $2,500 and that they get 50-50 physical custody. So with that joint custody, they swap off every 4 days. But Nia still wasn't happy with that, so she asked the judge to do a random drug test on Chris Brown. So we're just going to hope for the best in that situation, because if something happens, something comes up in his system, then Chris is going to face some more legal troubles, and Lord knows he has enough of those to go around. So, you know, we're just hoping for the best for you, Chris, but I'm just glad that this is going on so that way these women can stop doing this, just trying to sleep with a ball player or some type of entertainer, celebrity to come up. You ladies should learn by now with D-Wade, Usher, Ludacris, and now Chris Brown. Oh, just because you're the mom doesn't mean that you're going to get the baby. I wouldn't be surprised if sometime in the future Chris decides to try to get royalty full-time, which would be challenging with him trying to be, you know, a full-time entertainer, but other people make it work. So if he really wants to take care of her, then he can make it work. Also, another thing that the judge ordered, Nia is not allowed to talk about the case in social media. So thank goodness for that. Hopefully that means that we'll keep it off of our timelines and we won't have to deal with them beefing back and forth. Speaking of beefing on social media, Gilbert Arenas versus Laura Govan is exhausting. I mean, it's kind of funny too, but it's just team too much. So I don't know what exactly sparked this, but Gilbert Arenas went on social media and posted this long novel of an Instagram status about how Laura's calling him a deadbeat dad and how he doesn't pay for anything, but however, he says he gives her $20K a month, which, rewind back to the story with Chris Brown and royalty, she wanted $15K for one baby. Gilbert Arenas pays $20K for 4? Girl, see, you tripping. That is definitely a come up move, and I'm so glad the judge sniffed that out. Back to this story though. I guess Gilbert just wanted to clear his name, but that status was ridiculous. I read the whole thing, but it was just entirely too long. And he called her out on it, just saying that he pays for all the living expenses, again, $20K a month, and he has like $300K set aside for the children's college funds, and basically all Laura has to pay for is groceries, gas, and keeping her phone bill on. So why do the kids look like bums half the time they're out, but she's, you know, beat to capacity and wearing all the flyest designers and at all the events, and that don't add up. Why what's going on here? So of course Laura had to respond in social media style, and she posted a picture of her with all the kids in the back seat saying, "To all the real mommies with no help, sleep deprived, and get up at 5:30 a.m. to work out before going to work or waking their children up, making breakfast, taking a 3-minute shower, waking and getting their children ready for school, eating leftovers and getting their children to school on time, brush teeth, shoes tied. Well, she said shoes tired, but yeah. And lotion down, running a business and trying to have a career. Hashtag no love like a mother love. Hashtag school drop off. Bunch of other hashtags, whatever. I guess, but to me that just makes me think of when these girls, like, you'll be following someone on social media and you see all these glamorous things they do and all these glamorous places that they are, and then on Mother's Day or some other holiday, all of a sudden they have a kid and they have like their entire page is just full of pictures with kids. And it's just like, when did you get a kid? Like this isn't a baby. Like, this isn't a fresh out the womb baby. This kid is like 7. Where have you been hiding this child? And I get it, some people don't want to post their lives on social media, but girl, what? Okay, whatever. If you don't want to post your kids, you have every right not to, but it's just odd that just out of nowhere, like, oh, in defense of me and what I got going on, here is my babies. This is what I do. I wake up at 5:30 in the morning to go work. Where is this money going, Laura? That is the question that we all want answered. That should be the QTNA of the day, but you're not here for me to ask you that. But we do want to know the answer. You know how I just said that, you know, if you don't want to post your kids on social media, then that is completely your right? Here's a reason why you shouldn't post your kids on social media. This week, Plies posted a video of this little girl, badass little girl, cussing, picking in her nose, talking about she motherfucking tired. Motherfucking tired. So he said he felt like this girl was speaking on her a little bit, digging in her nose. You know, Plies' hilarious Instagram page. If you haven't been there, check it out. You'll thank me. Either way, so Plies posted this little girl up as a meme. Didn't know whose child it was, whatever. He commented as he normally does. The issue came along when whoever heard about this sends it over to Young Thug. It turns out that it's his daughter. And he starts cussing and fussing like, fuck nigga, you need to take my shit down, pussy nigga, blah, blah, blah. And his, I'm trying to be threatening, but I have blue dreadlocks right now and all these tattoos on my face and piercings, and my nails are probably polished, and I might have on a dress and tights right now type of threatening way. So Plies sees this and he responds with way more cuss words that if you wanted me to take it down, then all you had to do was ask. You're not about to threaten me to do anything. Young Thug comes back again saying, you know, oh, you must be in your feelings, but still you need to take it down. You claim you don't disrespect nobody's kids, but you call my daughter a bitch several times. And it's, okay, so my thing is, when is Young Thug gonna go at his baby mama like he's going at Plies? Because she's the one who posted the Instagram video, and that's not the only one. There's other videos that she has of this little girl being grown, I guess, whatever. I don't have kids, so I don't know what you want to call it, but she's like 3 or 4 years old, and she's cursing like that's normal. I don't know if Young Thug actually clapped back at her or what happened, but she made a post saying, to those who are so concerned about my 3-year-old daughter Amari, we all know kids are little sponges. They soak up what they hear. The video was recorded and shared intimately among my family and friends because I was shocked to hear my child using those words. Girl, you asked her like 3 times to repeat it. How shocked could you be? Like, to me, that sounds like that was a normal thing. And since it's more than one video on your public Instagram page, that's not intimately between you and your friends and your family. If it's in between your friends and your family, then you send it as a message. You show them on your personal phone. But as soon as you post it to social media publicly, even if you have a private page and there are public people that can get to that private page, as soon as you post it, it becomes public property. Doesn't matter if it's a nude, if it's your baby, if it's your I think I'm the baddest bitch out here picture, whatever the case may be, it is subject to whatever people want to say about it. That's the thing with social media. It becomes public domain. So if Plies were to say whatever rude comment that he wanted to say, or somebody wanted to bash you for your parenting or whatever the case may be, you opened up that door because you posted it on a public platform. So if you're a little nervous about what people are going to say about your kids, about your parenting skills, about your body, about whatever the case may be, just keep it off of social media. But in conclusion of this whole Plies and Young Thug situation, both of these niggas look like they got warrants. So I really hope that this doesn't turn into a shooting or some type of situation over this video that the child's mother posted. And from my last checking, which was at about 7 o'clock this morning, that video was still up on Plies' page. So again, Young Thug, maybe if you directly contacted Plies and asked him man to man to take the video down, perhaps he would. But with you coming at him aggressively, y'all are both street niggas, of course he's not gonna take it down. And seem like you punked him, you of all people. Again, I bet you have on leopard tights right now. Oh my goodness, did y'all see the picture where he had on the same outfit as Lady Gaga, and they had the nerve to do a Who Wore It Better on the Shade Room? I can't with y'all. I can't. Another thing that happened this week, 2 young men decided that they were going to kill their parents in Atlanta. Brothers Cameron Irvin, 17, and Christopher Irvin, 22. I guess they were fed up with Lord knows what. We're still trying to figure out what happened behind all of this, but they decided they were going to kill their parents. So what happened was they put Xanax in their food, stabbed them, and when the police arrived, they noticed that they tampered with the gas line. So what investigators are believing is that they were drugging their parents to make them fall asleep. They were going to stab them to death, and then since the gas line was tampered with, they believed that they were going to set the house on fire. And the mom, in the 911 call that they released this week, said that she felt like they were probably trying to get insurance money. Here's my thing. The oldest son is 22 years old. If your mom is doing something that is bothering you that much, you are legally grown in every state across these United States, and I'm pretty sure in several other countries. Leave. You don't have to kill your mama. Just leave. Or your daddy. You had both parents. You tried to kill both of them. You didn't have to do all that. You could have just left. And if your brother hadn't graduated high school yet, being that he's 17, wherever you went, take him with you. I can't think of any reason for why you would want to kill your parents short of them doing something to harm you physically. But if it's just like, man, if my mom tell me to take out the trash one more time, I know something. I'm a grown-ass man. Well, get your grown ass out her house then. It is just that simple. Just that simple. The 2 brothers, again, they weren't able to go through with their plan because the dad, being the wonderful husband that I would love to find one day, sacrificed himself and distracted the boys, ran out to the garage. The mom was able to call 911 and get the cops to come. The brothers were charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault and 2 counts of first-degree arson. That's just crazy, but they're both going to be charged as adults, I'm sure, because I believe you're an adult in Georgia at the age of 16, so they're both screwed. And they both deserve to go to jail unless the investigation comes out and it turns out that the parents were torturing them and this was just their last straw and they decided this was their way out or something like that. Some dark history behind all of this. That is just too much. Like, y'all deserve to rot under jail for that. Have 2 juicy hypotheticals and I want you guys to join in on the conversation and continue to send me your questions at Blondie's Lipstick Facebook page or tweet me at Blondie's Lipstick. The first question is it okay for couples in long-term relationships to move in together before marriage? Personally, I feel like it depends on what stage of the relationship you're in. If you guys have been together for a few years and things are going good, I wouldn't change anything just because what you have right now works. Unless you're ready to take the next step into marriage, like, oh, we're getting engaged, let's move in together, then okay. But if it's just like we're just enjoying each other's time, each other's company, and this is just what we're doing right now, I wouldn't, because things are good right now. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He has his own space. She has her own space. If there's some type of issue, hey, I can drive back to my house or you can drive back to your house, whatever the case may be. I don't have to be around you, and perhaps I'm not ready to deal with that just yet. I feel like if you are engaged, then you definitely should move in together before marriage, just so you can learn how that person is, how they live. You can put on a front for a very long time in order to keep someone's interest. But when you live with someone, that's how you learn who they really are. And I feel like just along with people going to marriage counseling before they get married, or couples counseling, I don't know exactly what it's called, but when you go to counseling at church or wherever before you get married, I feel like you should also live together so that way you can fully learn that person. Because living apart, oh, I can deal with this, I can deal with that, but you just never know. You may just wake up one day, he left the cap off the toothpaste, and you just like, that's it, I'm done, I can't do this no more. Like, it's just a build up to so many things that, like, I know personally, I'm very particular. So if something is out of place, I notice it. And it's only so many times that you're gonna leave the toilet seat up, leave pee on the toilet seat, leave the cap off the toothpaste, not put the mouthwash back where it's supposed to be, drink out the milk in the fridge. Then see, now you're testing my love right now. You're testing my love, and you shouldn't be doing that. I'm not testing your love. I'm not clipping my toenails in front of you. I'm not walking around. Well, if I was walking around naked, you probably wouldn't mind that. But either way, I'm just saying, I'm not, I'm not throwing it all on you at the very beginning. Like, this is how I live. I just live in a pigsty, and I just drop stuff as I go. And I'm more of a neat and tidy person, not 100%. I'm not OCD or anything, but I notice little things, and sometimes if it seems like you're doing it on purpose, then I'm gonna have to call you out about it, and I might have to hurt you. So that's just my take on things. I think it depends on what stage of the relationship you're in, and of course you all need to have a discussion to figure out where you all are, because she may be thinking, oh, it's time for us to move in together. When is he going to ask me to move over to his place? And he may be thinking, like, what we have is fine. Like what I said, if it's not broke, why do we need to change our living arrangements? Why do we need to switch up our dynamic right now? What we have is perfect, and I'm good with this at this stage that we are right now. You just never know. So have the conversation, figure it out. You guys tweet me what you think at Blondie's Lipstick. The second question, we getting juicy. The second question is oral sex a give-get thing? Now, I don't know who sent this question in, but I feel like you're not old enough to be asking me this question if you have to ask this question. I feel like if you want to ask someone for something, then you should be willing to give to someone. It's just like Christmas or anytime you give someone a gift. It's better to give than to receive. And you always want to give an even exchange. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to spend $5 on your gift and then they turn around and spend, $55 on yours. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep it level, but should most definitely be a give and get thing. Now, that can go both ways. It's not just like, oh, I'm always receiving and it's terrible, I don't know what to do. In the same sense, everybody is not into that. So I have friends who don't get anything from it, and it's not their cup of tea. And at the same time, they also feel like their man shouldn't expect that from them because I'm not asking you for it, so you shouldn't be asking me for it. But there are guys who feel like if this is what I like and you're supposed to keep me happy and keep me around, and this is what you need to do. But I personally feel like it is most definitely a give-get thing, because your goal, or your goal should be during a sexual encounter, is to please each other. So if that's what you signed up for, then okay. If this is just like, I'm just trying to get mine and move on, then, that's how you feel, and we won't ever be meeting intimately, I hope. But either way, I do feel like it is a give-get thing. And if you don't know how to give and get, all you need to do, once again, this is all about communication. Have a conversation with your partner, because everybody likes different things. You may think that he expects this of you, and he may not even be really into it. He may just feel like whatever y'all are doing or have been doing works. So you got to have that conversation to figure out what it is that he likes, what it is that she likes, and get to pleasing. My blind moment this week won't take very long, but just want to, bring everybody up to speed where things are. It's September, fall, starting to get a little chilly outside, and, that means cuffing season is around the corner. But ladies and gents, but I'm mostly speaking to the ladies, just please don't lower your standards so much just because you want somebody to cuddle with when it starts to get chilly outside, because some celebrities seem to have bumped their heads or just really want to cuddle, or I don't know what the case is. Let me just... Sanaa Lathan is reportedly dating French Montana. Girl, what the fuck? How many amazing male actors have you been with? Granted, some of them have been married, but still, they gotta have friends. Like, why? That is like the lowest caliber of man that you can get. He dated a Kardashian, for God's sakes. Damn it, I almost made it through the entire episode without speaking on them, but they always find a way. Girl, there was so many men. You just came off of a #1 movie with Michael Ealy. You came out with a song out of nowhere called Emotional, speaking on emotional niggas. And here you go dating, allegedly, an emotional nigga. Girl, what? Okay, I guess. I don't know. It seems like a similar situation with Rihanna and Travis Scott. Like, I get it. Like, I feel like they would be like amazing smoking partners and stuff. But Rihanna, girl, what? Like, you can have a higher caliber of man too. Like, you were just reportedly dating Leonardo DiCaprio, and now you go to Gremlin Travis Scott. I don't see it, and Twitter isn't seeing it either. And I'm so glad that it's not just me. So I mean, I don't think this is love. I think this is two grown women just being like, I can see who I want to see, and this is who I want to see right now. Because most definitely with Rihanna, she is a man eater, hands down. So I just think she's just having fun, and just, you know, if I choose to see you, then I will. If I don't, then I don't. And I feel like Sanaa is on the same thing, but you could just choose so much better. Like, an average man with a regular job would be miles above the two men that you chose. But I guess, girl, I guess. But ladies who aren't Sanaa and Riri and whoever else is gonna come up with a ridiculous man this cuffing season, just keep those standards, ladies. It ain't gonna be that cold. And if it is, you know, they make Snuggies. They have all sorts of electric blankets. Comforters are still a thing, you know, thermal blankets that exist, you know, or just good old-fashioned heat. And just cut up the heater, girl. It's not that expensive. To me, my house is cheaper in the wintertime than it is in the summer. So I'm just saying, y'all, oh goodness, just... I'm gonna pray for y'all. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I just feel like Travis Scott is like, something about you. And then just French Montana, it's just like the wackest nigga on earth. Like, why? Did he tell you a funny joke and you thought he was charming, and then, you know, you just bypassed all the lame stuff? Were you drunk? Maybe you were just drinking all these times and he just happened to be the one to catch you, you know, slipping on your alcohol. And Rihanna's always high. So maybe, you know how they have beer goggles? Maybe, you know, your high glasses, you know, make Travis Scott look a lot better than he is. And I know that beauty is only skin deep. How and ever. God don't like ugly, so why should I? Keep that in mind, ladies. That's a gem. You can take that with you, okay? So you guys, that's all for this episode. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel to check out past and future episodes. Also, like this video and share it all over social media. For more things Blondie, head to blondieslipstick.com and follow me all over social media at blondieslipstick. Until next time, mwah.